All right, what's wrong with you? You like somebody doing that to your mom or your father? Exactly. I don't understand. When people go to the Bexar County Jail or they're in custody, people are just trying to serve their time. That doesn't give you any right to be a bully. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So again, I'm asking you, what is wrong with you? Why would you pick on someone? You ever heard of the song Leroy Brown? When you bully people, guess what? There's always some bigger bully out there. There's always somebody else who can beat you. Inmates who are just trying to serve their time. And then you pick it on somebody, I read in here, who may be autistic. And then you're saying someone told you to do it. And now you're going to prison. All right, what's wrong with you?
Give me what's wrong.
I don't understand. When people go to the Bexar County Jail or they're in custody, people are just trying to serve their time. That doesn't give you any right to be a bully. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So again, I'm asking you, what is wrong with you? Why would you pick on someone?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever heard of the song Leroy Brown?
No, ma'am.
In those lyrics, Leroy Brown is the baddest man in the whole town. And you know what ends up happening to Leroy Brown?
No, ma'am.
He looked at the wife of a jealous man, and everybody was afraid of Leroy Brown. But then you know what they said at the end? That guy got in a fight with Leroy Brown, and Leroy Brown looked like jigsaw puzzle with many pieces gone. So when you bully people, guess what? There's always some bigger bully out there. There's always somebody else who can beat you. And I want you to realize people are just trying to live their life. They're hoping that they don't have to deal with nonsense from you and nonsense from other people at the jail. When people go to the Bexar County Jail, guess what? They're just there to serve their time. And we are not in a society of savages where people are supposed to go to the Bexar County Jail to get beat up and harassed. They're just there to serve their time. If we were living that type of society, guess what? We wouldn't have a jail. People would just handle their business on the street. And what you did to this individual with help from others was cowardly and it was wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
18.
When are you going to get your life together? Because right now you're going downhill. No, it's not okay. You are going downhill. You're before me and you want me to give you 4 years for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon when it really should be because you want to do crazy things at the jail with inmates who are just trying to serve their time. And then you pick it on somebody, I read in here, who may be autistic. And then you're not even brave enough to do it yourself. You get other people to help you. And then you're saying someone told you to do it. And that's silly in and of itself. And now you're going to prison for 4 years. Do you want to be picked on in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to be picked on at the prison and bullied at the prison and beat up at the prison?
No, ma'am.
Well, if I don't wish that on you, but if that happens to you, then you need to be thinking about what you did to this person. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are your parents?
He has an adoptive mother, and I believe he's just recently had contact with his biological father.
My biological mother.
And I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody. People come to me with sad stories all the time. At some point, your actions are your own. They're not to do with your past because everybody's had a hard life. I've had a hard life. I'm sure your attorney's had a hard life. State has had a hard life. People in jail done had a hard life. So at some point, the actions that you take are your actions. And it's not because I'm from a broken home or I've been adopted or I went to foster care. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. 4 years prison, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. There's to be no contact with Michael Villarreal. I don't know how they're going to do that at the jail, but if you could make sure, I'm sure there's some kind of system to make sure he doesn't have any contact with him. And do you have any siblings?
Yes, ma'am.
How would you like somebody doing that to them? Exactly. How would you like somebody doing that to your mom or your father?